Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Madden 2004 franchise mode. We are here in the playoffs, and like I said, I'm going to be in the booth for postseason football. So here I am. We're going to start it off in the wild card, and I'm not too sure. We got a bye, so I'm not too sure what game I am going to cover. But we're not covering this one. Peyton Manning does beat the rival Jacksonville Jaguars, eliminating them. Jaguars have had some success here on the channel, have won a couple rings, I do believe. Falcons 49ers, good one, but we're not going to watch this one. Michael Vick is not playing, but it's not going to matter. 30-3 domination. Michael Vick took an injury last year. It kind of sidelined him all year, and he took another one this year. I think it's like a quad tear. Doug Johnson gets the job done either way. No, yeah, it was torn quad, so 7 weeks. Yeah, he's gonna be out completely. But what game we're gonna watch? The Dolphins, the Steelers. The Dolphins are my favorite team, but these two teams have some rivalry here on my channel. They tend to match up a lot in the playoffs, and we're gonna see what happens here today. Hines Ward, you're gonna have to stop him if you're Miami. I mean, Pittsburgh's probably gonna be taking a lot of shots down the field deep. They don't have Jerome Bettis, so definitely see them leaning towards their passing game today. And as far as their defense, I mean, we ain't got to talk about that, right? Anybody who is 25 or older probably remembers how great the defense was back in this time. I have to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers on this one. If I had to put my money on a team, I think the Dolphins, I don't honestly know how. I mean, they made it in. They got some good players, good wide receivers, good tight end. When I say good, I mean above average. They have a very good pass rush, good run stopping team, and ultimately the best secondary in the league. So they say defense wins championships, and that is exactly what the Dolphins defense can do. So
welcome to the game. EA is proud to bring you continuing coverage of the
Dolphins here. Their defense is one of the greatest defenses in the league currently, so we'll see. Maybe we see a defensive battle. That could be a thing here today. Look at Charlie Batch, number 16. He was like one of the greatest backups ever. I remember watching him as a kid. Hines Ward, of course. I had one of his jerseys when I was 12. Gonna have to stop him though if you're Miami. If he gets on a roll, he could definitely make you pay for it. I will say I think the Steelers are gonna struggle on offense. The Dolphins have a good defense. Very good. Top 3 in the league this year. And they would open it up. And look, number 20, we're going to be calling on his name a lot today, I have a feeling. Keep your eyes out for number 20. And, of course, my favorite player of all time, Troy Polamalu, number 43. Dolphins would get the ball first and go 3 and out. Not the best opening to the wild card weekend here. Under center is Maddox, and in the backfield, a little trickery here, is the second string. I'm not too sure how you pronounce his last name, but the second string running back is stepping in for Jerome Bettis, who is out with an injury. Pittsburgh was here a year ago, got eliminated. Miami was not here, I don't believe. I think they just missed out on the playoffs a year ago, but they're here now and looking to win this game as they send the blitz here. The middle linebacker blitz there. A quick little dump out to the running back, picks up the first down. Good open field tackle. Keep your eyes on number 99, Jason Taylor. He is one of the best at getting to the quarterback here in the NFL. But of course, Miami having to travel up to Pittsburgh gives the Steelers the advantage here. Broken tackle here, fighting his way. You know, Miami's not
And that's a gain of about 8.
necessarily unfamiliar with playing in the cold, as they go against Buffalo twice a year and New England,
Ball on their
even
own
New York,
37.
right? But I still got to give the edge, of course, to Pittsburgh. So we'll see what happens here. 2nd and 2. Maddox steps back into center. He's going to find number 1, a wide receiver, Hines Ward. We talked about him earlier. They're going to have to get him started and get him on a roll. He can do a lot of damage here. And he'll be matched up against Madison, which is one of the greater cornerbacks in the league. So a good 1v1 here we're getting to see today. See which one comes out on top, as Maddox is going to go again. But this time, Sam Madison's going to win it. We're going to see them go back and forth. We are going to see it. But, you know, the Steelers have a good number 2 in Plaxico Burress, you know. As soon as you focus up on Hines Ward, number 80 is going to come down the field, and he can torch you as well. 2nd and 10. Under center, Maddox. He's going to throw. He gets crushed. Of course, we got to talk about Junior Seau. You are going to say that if he hits you. One of the better linebackers on the field today. 3rd and 10, shotgun for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're going to be a quick pass and interception. He was trying to go to Plaxico Burress here on little possible just streak down the field, and he just didn't see the corner there. Bad pass by Maddox. Big mistake. Later in the game, 3rd and 4. Haven't seen much of the Dolphins offense here. Ricky Williams is who they're going to want to get going. They try to hand it off to him as he's fighting. Are they going to give it to him? It was close. And it looks like they do give it to him. Yeah, for this side of the ball, I think, you know, the Dolphins, they're going to have to rely on the run game. I think they have some good wide receivers, but the quarterback is questionable. There's Chambers. That's really their main target here. Excuse me, that was McMichaels. They do have Chambers, who is their main target. But outside of that, the Dolphins have obviously gotten the work done on the ground with Ricky Williams. Expect him to have a good day here today if the Dolphins want to win this. Is flag on the play, Joey Porter there with the tackle, and it looks like they're going to call him. Oh no, I thought it was a face mask. It's actually holding on the offense, so take that run away. That's going to sting. 1st and 12. See what happens here. Jay Fielder, I believe, the quarterback for the Dolphins. Gonna hand it off to Williams once again, makes one man miss, and then Troy Polamalu comes in flying to make the open field tackle. 2nd and 6. Fielder under pressure, throws it, nice pass, and brought down, and inside the 5 they go. You can see the Dolphins drive here, 12 plays, 84 yards on the game so far, but this drive has been a long, methodical drive down the field. Top this with a touchdown, and that'll really do some damage. 1st and goal here. Hand off Ricky Williams. He's so good at this, but Pittsburgh has a really good red zone defense. Miami is normally good at punching the ball in. We'll have to see. We're going to be tested today. Full house here, it looks like. Tight end in motion to the left. And you can expect a run here. Pittsburgh's expecting it, but it doesn't matter. Ricky Williams gets into the touchdown. He shows his moves, spin move, 2 broken tackles basically. And Miami's going to score and draw first blood. Later in the game, Steelers handing it off to their big fullback, trying to get that Jerome Bettis action. You know, they're a good power back running type of team. You don't really get that from number 21. He's more of an elusive type back. Look to see them get the fullback involved here. They put up a good drive here. This is later in the game. They're inside the red zone. Can they answer back? 2 minutes before halftime. Very defensive game like we talked about. Maddox stepping back, 2nd and 14. 1-on-1, and it's Hines Ward. So that's going to go ahead 2-1. Hines Ward has gotten the better of Sam Madison 2 times now. Sam has 1. Now later, Dolphins trying to make something happen, and there he is. I talked about him earlier. Number 20, he's going to take it. He's going to take it to the house. Pittsburgh, back-to-back touchdown. Washington, yeah, that's, you know, had that big breakup earlier, but now a pick 6. We're not done, I'm afraid, calling his name. Pressure comes in, gotta connect. First down, Miami. Trying to force something to happen here. They're down now before halftime. All of a sudden, you know, could get out of hand. You don't want to make another mistake here. I wouldn't try to force anything, maybe settle for a field goal. I'd be pretty conservative. 1st and 10. They're going to pass it, though. Steps up in the pocket. It's caught and then dropped, I believe, from the hit from Washington. I believe he dropped it. Did he catch it? Yeah, he dropped it. What a hit from Washington. There's his name once again. 2nd and 10. So now what does Miami do? They're going to pass it again. Pressure's coming in. He gets hit as he throws it. Interception by none other than number 20. And that's going to be his 2nd interception on the day. You can tell, you know, quarterback just kind of forced that one in. He got hit really hard when he threw the ball. In Washington here, look at this. He's just going to, you know, so it's a man-to-man defense here, and right place, right time. So later in the game, 3rd and 10, and it's going back the other way. Now these quarterbacks are doing a little too much. The offensive coordinators are both being greedy here. I mean, if you're Pittsburgh, just run it in halftime, in my opinion. Take the 7-point lead and, you know, get to the other half. But now you give the ball right back to Miami, who is going to try and get some points on the board here. Nice connection there, number 81. And they're going to continue to go down the air, and this one's almost picked. James Harrison, though, luckily he doesn't have any hand, because that would have been another pick for Fielder. 1st and 10. Inside Pittsburgh's red zone. Now, this is my first time back on the mic in a while. Touchdown, Miami. Wow, we've got us a game. Okay, they're going to go back and forth. This is going to be a good game. Yeah, so going into halftime, 14-14. Now, look at the, by the way, the Pittsburgh Steelers have only won 7 games. They're not the best team. They went 7-9 in the regular season, but yet they're fighting, so you never want to underestimate a team. But what I was going to say is this is my first time back on the mic in a while, so I'm definitely going to be a little bit rusty. So bear with me. Good tackle there by Zach Thomas as he tried to rip that ball out. And it's 2nd and 6, man in motion. It's Hines Ward. Maddox, pressure's coming. He throws it, almost intercepted Zach Thomas. Breaking it up.
He got himself in good position to make the interception. When it got to him, just bounced off his
3rd and 6 here. Pittsburgh needs this. Or this would be a 3-and-out. They're going to go shotgun formation here. Miami's going to send 4, and that's going to leave. Plaxico Burress wide open on the quick slant. He takes the hit from Sayal, and he holds onto the ball, picks up the first down. Good play. Later, 2nd and 10, Maddox steps up into the pocket. Pressure's there, and it's going to get there this time. Maddox goes down. Look at this play. He's going to bounce off that. I mean, he just demolishes that offensive lineman. That was a right guard, I do believe. He just pushes off of him, and Maddox does his best to avoid it, but just can't. And then later, Maddox, feeling the pressure, is going to throw a pick and give the ball to Miami here. It's a tied game. This is the best secondary in the league, and you just can't do that. Now it's going to be a toss play, Ricky Williams, and that's going to be a 3-and-out. So Miami's offense struggles, and look at who it is again with the nice hit, open field tackle on Ricky Williams. It's number 20, Washington. Miami would settle for a field goal, make it 17-14. Hand off to the running back. He's going to break one, but then rip down. And the Steelers trying to get out of this hole that they find themselves in. Pinned back against their own end zone here. They've given Maddox a little bit of room here. See what they do. Looks like they could still run it here, though. Miami looks to be possibly bringing a blitz. No, they're only going to send 4. Maddox going down the field. It's Hines Ward. He's been, let's be honest, the only target today we've seen from Pittsburgh that's been successful. And he is such a hard guy to stop. I mean, a Pro Bowler, a future Hall of Famer at this point. And, oh, there he, oh my, speaking of Hines Ward, he can win. He can beat your defense single-handedly. And he's shown that here today. What a catch. Miami has no answer for Hines Ward. And now they find themselves trailing 21-17. And on the other hand, Ricky Williams has kind of been shut down. And he's definitely frustrated. 2nd and 11. Fielder's going to try and get it down himself. Almost intercepted. That would have been huge for Pittsburgh. And Miami now set with a 3rd and 11. Pittsburgh likes to blitz, and they're going to send the all-out blitz, and they're going to pay. He can't tackle him. Number 30, what is he doing? He's trying. He can't wrap him up. He kept trying to get his hands around him. You got to go a little lower than that, son. You got to get lower there. You could see he was struggling to get his hands wrapped around and bring him down, and that's going to be a huge play for Miami. Troy Polamalu was able to bump him out of bounds, but he even wasn't able to make the tackle. Later, it's 3rd and 2. Ricky Williams fighting, but gonna get shut down, and the frustration for Ricky Williams is setting in. He's had no help by his offensive line, that much is for sure, and Miami is going for it. Obviously, like this call, handoff to Ricky Williams. He's gonna dive to make sure he gets the first down. So he's gonna be short of the end zone, but he at least extends the drive. That actually might be better for Miami here. Take some more time off of the clock. But I have definitely been fumbling my words here today in this commentating. It's been a minute, man. So I'm gonna get back into the groove of things, and we're gonna get right. You know, don't you worry. Ricky Williams stuffed once again. This is one of the hardest teams to do this against. Pittsburgh has the number 1 red zone defense in the league this year. Gonna need this. Ricky Williams to the outside, and there's a hole. He's gonna jump in it. He's gonna jump in. Look at this, wide open. Ricky Williams, touchdown Miami. They're gonna take the lead here in the last minutes of the game. Maddox, pressure's coming in. He's gonna get ripped down, and it's gonna be 4th down. They send the corner blitz. Miami actually gets aggressive. They're not normally aggressive, but here they risk it for the biscuit, and it works. Now 3rd and 7. Pittsburgh needs a stop here. Washington, we've seen him all day. He's going to make the tackle, but not soon enough. And that would be the ball game. Miami holds on, almost losing to a 7-win team. And if you're wondering why Pittsburgh got the home field advantage, is because they won their division. Because their division was really bad this year. Miami almost loses this. That would have been so devastating. But they hold on just barely. And in the end, Ricky Williams had a decent day. 24 carries, 99 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. So they were able to get this win over a pretty tough team. I mean, Pittsburgh, their consistency all year long was not there. I mean, they were on and off. And ultimately, their offense is really holding them back. They need to move on from Tommy Maddox. He is 32. It's time. I mean, he's a mediocre quarterback. I mean, look at that, 3 turnovers. And they need to find that Big Ben in this universe. They got to find that. Same with the Dolphins. I don't think are going to make too big of a run just because of their offense as well, right? Like, your defense do win championships, but, I mean, your offense has got to at least not turn the ball over. And a lot of these teams do that. So we'll see. The Dolphins survive Wildcard weekend, but are they going to be able to move on from the divisional? We're going to have to find that out a little bit But in next episode, we've got the Chargers. We got to play our game, and we are going up against, well, let's find out. The Buccaneers, first, that's the final game of the wild card. They beat the Giants 34-19. So the Buccaneers are moving on to the divisional. So who are we facing? Let's find out. And it's the Dolphins, the team we just watched. So in next episode, we're facing the Dolphins.